Running gang signs all in public. Tell the judge I plead the fifth. All we do is drink this liquor. We don't pop no public, bitch. We don't fuck with niggas. They on police undercover shit. Got no time for bitches. Roll the swisher, then I fuck them quick. Riding with my seatbelts. All the police gotta tuck a brick. Neighbors say my music loud. I tell my neighbors suck a dick. Guess I gotta tell you what I do, cause I love this shit. Smoking weed and toting loaded heat. Robbing niggas for a bunch of keys. Popping it till I can't fall asleep. Ask me why I cannot leave the streets. And they ask why I'm still thugging. Hustling to get this money. And they ask why I'm still thugging. Tell them I love it, I love it. And they ask why I'm still thugging. Hustling to get this money. And they ask why I'm still thugging. Tell them I love it, I love it.
I stay thuggin', I stay hustlin', my pants sagging, I'm pistol packing. If it ain't money, you ain't saying nothing. The streets have me, no laughing matter. I stay trapping, a straight savage. I stay at it with scales and baggage. The law flat me, I take the charge. Post bonding, I'm back at it, right back at it, right back on it. I'm back stacking, no backtracking. I break it down and I work magic. Ain't just rapping, it's all factual. My goon card been valid. You try me, I send slugs at you, leave blood splatter. Pop, pop, pop. In broad day at the shopping plaza, I smoke blunts and I talk shit. Posted up outside the crib, about 10 deep. Fuck police, fuck my enemies, don't get killed. I chase paper, don't chase pussy. Ain't that loyal, can't trust a bitch. It's all I know, but they ask me why I still do the shit.
I love it.
Why I smoke a lot of weed, watching for the police.
I love it.
Why I love money and I always got what you need.
I love it.
Why I chase shit people only see in they dreams.
I love it.
Now you understand why I just can't leave the streets.
I love it. And they ask why I'm still thugging. Hustling to get this money. And they ask why I'm still thugging. Tell them I love it, I love it. And they ask why I'm still thugging. Hustling to get this money. And they ask why I'm still thugging. Tell them I love it, I love it. And they ask why I'm still thugging. Hustling to get this money. And they ask why I'm still thugging. Tell them I love it, I love it. I love it, I love it. Tell them I love it, I love it. Tell them I love it, I love it. Tell them I love it, I love it.
What is up, pimps? It's your boy Cree. Back again, guys. Well, there's been a lot of new developments lately. I guess you all know, if you were here yesterday for yesterday's impromptu meetup, it was discussed in the video from the night before. Well, guys, I don't want to say Mars wasn't truly telling the truth, because in reality he kind of was. The joke was all on us now. Go figure. I had a little bit of talk with him before the show, and I explained that things were kind of looking good right now, and that maybe he should give it a shot, just take a few days break. He's really going to stick to his word. He's going to stay off the net for a little bit, which he says is good for him, so I believe it. If he sincerely believes it, then I can't stand in the way of it. So Mars, I hate to see you go for a little bit. You already know you're always welcome on the channel. If you ever see that link, come on by. We're going to pour a little bit out for Mars. All right, there you go, Mars. Moving along, we actually got a visitor that I wanted to bring on. Did you guys remember me talking about Mr. Carlos? Hey, Carlos, if you can hear this, go to the chat. Let's see what the chat's saying. All right, let's see. Yeah. I want to say I might have seen him in here. But if you want to find the link, you'll have to go to the chat. Shouldn't be hard to see. But I can't keep everybody waiting. I think I'm going to need some help with this episode. What do y'all think? Greg, can you come up?
Hey, what's up?
Good afternoon.
How's
Are
it
we
going?
good? Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you just fine. Can you hear me?
Awesome. So, after everything yesterday, he's actually going to stay off the net for a little bit. What do you think?
It's probably good to lay low for a little bit. Take a break, assess his behavior.
It's going to help.
Yeah,
He's going to prove us wrong.
I hope so.
I know that we didn't get a chance to really get to know each other a little earlier than the beginning, but I don't know. Maybe it took all of this to get to this point for him.
Yeah.
What do you think?
I think so.
And if that's what he wants to do, like I said, I can't stand in the way. It's kind of scary. I can almost say I believe this because I'm not going to put his private business out there, but let me tell you, I asked. He's determined. He's going to ride this thing out the way he wants to do it. He wants to come back bigger and better than ever with that
With the new
camera gear.
camera? Yeah, with the new camera.
So,
And the Adobe?
yeah. Well, I don't know. He may get something different down the road, but I guess we can start on a new chapter. Start introducing some new faces, new stories and experiences. Let me see. Here, let me do something real quick, guys. If there's anything you need to say, go ahead and say it to the chat. I got to do this really quick. All right, let's try that there, Carlos. Earlier, he had set his stuff up, and we got it working. Let's see. So that's it. I don't know how else to get here. Sent to email, and links in the chat. Need new beefs. Yeah, apparently so. Everything he talked about wanting to do, he's going to do it. Well, we have a guest coming on. So until we can move forward, I got to wait for him to get here. So he's just checking all his gear. He's kind of new to this, so don't, go too hard.
It's all right.
I mean, everybody starts off having to learn.
Yeah, for sure.
Damn.
Do you want to ask the chat what they want to hear tonight or what they're interested in,
Oh, yeah. Um, I feel like we're missing some faces,
Yeah.
but there are
Super
others in different time zones. So that adds to that. And I'm trying not to keep this into turning into a suck fest, but
Is he on a computer or a phone or what is he doing?
he's on a phone.
Okay.
All right, I think he's here, guys. Y'all ready?
I'm not tech savvy. I apologize.
Oh, it's okay.
It's fine, man. So,
Right. Sorry, when you said go to chat, I thought you were talking about like the web page we're on now. I didn't realize you meant the YouTube chat until it just dawned on me. So I'm very literal. I apologize. I'm very literal.
it's okay.
People have to be very descriptive with me.
Well, let's start this off proper. You want to introduce yourself to everybody?
Name's Carlos Clark. I go by my last name Clark. I live in Fargo, North. Yeah.
That's his YouTube channel, guys.
Yep. It's a new channel. I've only made one video. I was in the process of making one today or yes, I don't know, the other day. But I kind of realized that like making a video solo is cool, but like interaction with people is like better because like to me like I'm such a momentum type of person, so I feel like momentum when you're interacting with people is a lot better than doing solo. I mean, I'll make another video, but I just felt like live the other night was just kind of fun because people were chiming in and shit.
Yeah, exactly. You have a channel now.
Yep.
So guys,
and it's gonna be a channel. It's gonna be about shit that I keep in my head a lot. Just like what I think of the world. Marcel keeps going on.
The man shows up himself.
Marcel keeps going on about talking about mental health and shit. So I'll talk about that. I mean, we all suffer from mental health, so I think it's good to talk about it. There's a stigma on it and how people shouldn't. And that's how you lose people in life. So talk about that. I don't know. I got dogs. Dogs are pretty cool. I'm a server. People don't tip. I want to kill them.
Yeah. Well, what did you plan on getting into YouTube for? You just wanted to, I don't know, use it like a TikTok of some sort, or whatever.
So Marcel was going on about YouTube, like go.
Oh, you cut out.
Yeah, I lost a little bit of audio, man.
Okay, I think you're back.
Yeah, sorry. The devil himself, Marcel, just called. But anyway,
man, Mars, if you can call, you can come up in this motherfucker.
Yep.
But what I was getting at was last year I wasn't doing so well with my mental health, and Marcel was like going on about YouTube shit, and like he was just kind of making videos and shit. And then me personally, I'm someone like, how I put this, like I'm here, but then I take like a 6-7 month sabbatical and I just disappear. That's my own thing. So I took a break from Marcel from like 6-7 months. I just do that. That's just who I am. I like my own time. And I came back to Marcel like recently, and he was going on about YouTube. Well, from the time where I disappeared and came back, I had done a lot of writing because I would like to pursue a career in writing, whether it's writing music, story excerpts, philosophical excerpts, poetry, creative writing, what have you will. And I got a bunch of stuff that a lot of people have been hounding me to get published shit, but I'm not good with that type of stuff, the internet. So I had actually kind of thought of if I made a YouTube to kind of help promote my writing, to see if like maybe that could work. And then he had talked me into like just making videos and shit. So it's a little bit of both, a little bit of that, but mostly just I would like to get my writing off the ground and shit like that.
Okay. So you too are an artist.
Creatively, yeah, like yeah. So,
Yeah,
yep.
are we all, right? I mean,
Artist is a perspective question. So yes, everyone is an artist in their own way.
how did you get tied up with Mars? Like, how did you two meet and ultimately become friends?
I mean, if you want the raw story, it's really odd and very strange to this day. Long time. We both grew up in Indiana. A long time ago, I had a buddy. It was his birthday party, and I went there, and the blonde dude is following me around. It's kind of annoying me at that point in time. Well, after the birthday party, our mutual friend at that time, he said, "Hey, do you remember Marcel, the party?" I was like, "No." He's like, "The blonde dude who's following you around annoying you." Yeah, okay, yeah, I remember that person, yeah. And this is exactly what our mutual friend told me at that point in time. So this is my side of the story. This is how I met this motherfucker. He'll tell you another side, but he was like, our mutual friend was like, "Yeah, you know, he really liked the way you talked. He wants to know if you want to hang." So I was like, "Huh?" And so I was like, "Sure, I guess." I mean, mind you, I was in 7th or 6th grade at the time, and he was a grade younger, so I don't know, 5th or 6th grade, one of the two. So went with my buddies, and he was there, and then we just kind of just clicked, I guess. Just we grew up together, if you will. So it went from just like
Same
chilling,
school
and
and
then
shit?
we just. Nah, he went to a different school, another school in a different county. So I mean, I've been friends with him for years at this point. Like I grew up with him, so a lot of shit that y'all see like on YouTube, I'm used to that. Like that is old news. That is just like I don't give a fuck anymore at this point. Like I've heard this song and dance like a million times. I'll probably hear it to the end of my grave. Like that's just who he is at this point.
So what's going through your mind when he's saying these things to you?
Like what?
You just shrug it off like, it's typical Mars, right? Is that what you're and you just kind of let it go to the back burner?
Yeah, yes and no. Yes and no. I have faith that, he wants to do good to himself, and I have faith that he doesn't want to let people down in his life. Just like I said earlier, I mean, I grew up with him, so I know how he was raised and everything.
How was he raised?
I mean, it's just it's a perspective story. I mean, from my side of things, it's just family dysfunction. To his side, it would be a lot bit more than family dysfunction. But I'll say family dysfunction. And a lot of what he is right now truly isn't his fault. Don't get me wrong. Yeah. We all play a part in how we are today. We all have our wrongs, but we have the option if we want to right our wrongs in our life, if we want to repent for our sins. And quite frankly, I think Marcel wants to, but I don't know if he knows how to. But that's not his fault because of the guidance that he has lacked in his early childhood development part of life.
One thing that I noticed is like he talked about his sister, like he has 2 sisters or something, and both of them like ended up like addicted to drugs, and they both had really difficult situations. And I remember him saying that his sister ended up staying in jail, withdrawing from benzos because the parents were like, well, this is what you get. You did this to yourself, not helping her, just completely, not understanding or just not really giving a shit.
I mean, yes and no. Yes and no. I mean, at the end of the day, we all have to take responsibilities for our actions. So yes, where it can be looked at as a tragic story, if you will, at the end of the day, no one is holding us. No one is holding a gun to our head, forcing us to do drugs. We choose to do drugs. We choose to take actions,
but at the
unless we
same
are
time,
forced.
we don't because people want to self-medicate, and
They
the
do.
thing is drugs. This is not a morality issue. Doing drugs is not immoral.
It's not. People want to cope. People want to escape, if you will, and they have that choice, and that is their choice to exercise that right, if you will. What I'm getting at is just based off of Marcel's life and everything. Like I said, just not good support because, I mean, just to give a little bit of insight. His father was a strict hard ass. Like it didn't help matters, and I get that to a degree, but I'm someone who thinks that what, like it is a morality thing, but it also isn't. I think addiction does run in the brain. It is how we are wired to a degree. Addiction isn't just drugs. It's about making life choices. You can be addicted to sex. You can be addicted to your phone. You can be addicted to food. Addiction is a complex issue in the brain itself, and it's a good debate whether it's inherited or if it's a choice. It's really up in the air. It can truly be both. Environmental factors impact it. You do. I mean, so much goes into the decision to making a drug, and unfortunately, a lot of times people don't even realize it when that's the life that you only have lived. To you, that is normal. To you, that's normal. To anyone else who is, like, let's say, clean and sober, has never dabbled in that, they're going to say, no, that's wrong. So it's all about perspective. So getting back to just how Marcel was raised, it's a perspective side of things. I have my perspective, and his childhood didn't help as far as in-house family. You have to excuse my dog. School was an issue. He did suffer from bullying. I will never know what that's like. I never got bullied per se. People I just kind of did my own thing at school. So I won't ever know what that is like, really. I just did my own thing. I talked with my own friends, and I don't know what it's like to be bullied. It's not right to be bullied, but that plays a part into it. I impacted him in a bad way as well, where I thought I was joking with him on some shit. I wasn't taking consideration that he was taking it pretty serious. So a lot of things impacted him to what he is to this day. So where, does he say that, is he taking a break from making videos? I think he is, and I think he will. And like I said earlier, I think he is someone who he wants to do right, but I think because the lack of guidance that he didn't have, he just doesn't know how to. So to him, he's attempting, but it's more so just he's got to be able to understand what it means to execute. And to execute, again, this is just me. I just think that just means you have to understand, you have to repent for your sins, and you have to ask for forgiveness within yourself, and you have to hold yourself accountable. That's just me, though. That's just me.
I agree.
What I'm spewing does not mean it is a grade A. I'm correct. I'm just based off of what I have experienced, what I've seen through people, and everything else. So
what do you think he should take responsibility for? Besides drugs, because
mental health.
Yeah, drugs aren't necessarily good or bad. It's what people do with them and how they handle it. And I think one of the main issues that we've run into as a community is watching, Mars lie and make things up, twist things. And I don't know if he's consciously doing it or what's going on. Like, is this habitual? Has this always been this way?
So actually, let me say this real quick. So my glasses are broken, so I don't have, I can't see, I think I see there are comments coming in, but I can't read them.
Yeah. I'm just going through highlighting them.
Okay, yeah, I just can't read them.
You don't have to pay no mind to that if you don't want to.
Okay, cool. No, it's just if people are wanting to ask something, I'll answer. It's just if someone could read it to me, that'd be beneficial. I can't see it.
Excuse me.
But okay, so what's Marcel do? Me personally, and I've been harping on him for years, for months, is go get mental health help. Receiving mental health help is not an easy decision because you're going to a licensed professional, a psychiatrist, and they're telling you, "Hey, yo, this is what you got." But there's a problem with that. There's a stigma of if you have certain diagnosis, it's bad, but it doesn't mean it's a bad thing. The world paints a picture that it's a bad thing. It's what you make of it.
Yeah. Well, somebody just said something, and it was ask Carlos or Clark, like you like to be called, why the autistic thing upsets Marsh so much. He gets unusually upset.
I was just fixing to mention Saturday night.
So
how did you end up with him Saturday night?
What was I? I was at home. Yeah. Okay, so I was actually fixing to go to church because I've had an off and on relationship with God, and I've always found comfort in going to church. And I've been in Fargo for a minute, and it's always been like at the top of my head to like go find a church, but church is its own separate discussion and its own topic. What I'm getting at is I think I found a church that's pretty cool, and it's actually one for addicts and people with mental health stuff. So it's not like a specific church with you get on your hands and knees and shit.
It's not just like a straight up church where religion only, but it handles all kind of special cases like you guys former addicts or users or whatever.
It does, and I think that's a really good church to go to. I have a life mentor that I met in church, and he kind of actually does a lot of shit like recovery groups we use with me and such, and I appreciate that, and that has always helped me with not just church, but for me to willingly to read the Bible and such. But what I'm getting at is that night, I was under the impression that church service would start at 8 a.m. It was like 2 a.m. And I'm someone, like, if I fall asleep, like, I ain't waking up in the morning. Like, I don't care how many alarms I set. I'm sleeping 4 or 5 hours past those alarms. Like, I ain't getting my ass up. And it doesn't help that if I take my meds, it puts me in a deep, deep sleep. So I was just going to stay up all night. So I actually had taken an Adderall just to help me stay up all night. So I go, and then like after church, I just go home and go to bed. But so I was kind of hoping to. I think I was. Was I? No, I wasn't gonna hang with a friend. No, that's right. They were out of town. So he had hit me up, and like he was drunk and shit. He's like, "Oh, do you have any alcohol in your house?" I'm like, "No, I don't have anything in my house except Kratom."
We whipped out the cooking wine.
Bring me whatever you have. Hey, you know what? I love cooking, and that motherfucker, he don't realize it. Well, he's about to realize it right now because he's watching this shit. He owes me $10 because I love cooking, and that cooking wine.
$10, Mars.
Yeah, that white wine.
Put it on my tab.
Wine
How
is
about
good
that?
for fish. It's good for chicken. It's good for shrimp. It's good for pasta. That motherfucker destroyed it all. I don't know if he got drunk, but that motherfucker would be $10. But I promise cooking wine because when he starts whining and bitching, he doesn't stop whining and bitching. So to me, after years of doing this and doing this, I'm just like, shut the fuck up. Here it is. Change your tampon. Shut the fuck up. Drink your fucking white wine. So I gave him that, gave him the white wine, gave him some Kratom, and then he was so adamant on making a damn video. So sat on his fucking bathroom floor for some fucking reason. I'll never know why. At this point, it's like, whatever, I guess, at this point.
Well, he's already explained that it's like a comfort zone. He said something about the running water noise is soothing. But hey, Marsh, you know what? We can download you a free app that will give you that plus more. Any kind of animal noises, lightning, wind, whatever you want.
I'll get you
on top of your running water.
It is.
It's called Atmosphere. I can show it to you.
To me, at this point, yes, that is because that motherfucker is always in the bathroom. Like, it's a fucking sauna.
I said, I hope he doesn't run the hot water He'd be in some serious fucking trouble running that hot water all night.
He does.
Sitting on fucking...
He
does use hot... Oh, shit.
Yes.
He said he does hot because it causes mold on the ceiling, so he uses cold, I thought.
Well, if you run the hot water, it's going to have steam in the air, and he probably can't film.
He can't.
Is that why, Mars?
Film, correct. He can't film, correct, but if he was just chilling there just on his normal days, it's fucking hot. He'll sit in there fucking vape and just let the fucking... Like, it's a sauna in there. Like,
yeah,
I don't ever count on him to get ready if he wants to go do something, because I know he's going to take like a fucking hour just sitting in the bathroom. Just sitting in the bathroom. Not even taking a shit, not even going to taking a shower. Just sitting. He's doing something. But what I'm getting at is, yes.
You know, Darth Vader has that regeneration chamber. Vader goes into it and removes his helmet, I guess.
He's doing something there. But the point is yes, it's always been a comfort zone for him. It's always been a comfort zone. He's always done it. I don't even... God, like... Even back when we were in school, like, it's been his comfort zone. It's been his thing. So at this point, like, it doesn't... It's just old to me at this point. So, like, I don't even really, like... It's just old, you know? Like, it's just old at this point. But that's his comfort zone. That's what he enjoys doing.
Yeah, could you explain the rehab situation? And, like, what was he going to rehab? Did he... Because he told us all that. I wasn't sure if that was what was going on. Or if it was just the trolls just coming up with stuff about him lying about that.
That's a perspective question. I have my own opinions on it. But the problem with how I answer that, it doesn't matter what I say.
For one, that's your best friend. We're not here prying information out of you. If there's anything you don't feel comfortable saying, do not say it. Like, if it's something between you and him, keep that between you and him.
It is.
We're here for the funny night that you guys were... Well, you were gun to your head, forced to get on and participate with this live he had.
Right. I'll just say it comes down to, I hope he receives mental health help. And when I say this, I say this because I know I can, because I got longevity with the bastard. But it's just, I've heard it. I've heard it. I've heard it. And 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 20 other times I've also heard it too. So it all comes down to, you know, if he wants to hold himself accountable, great. I mean, I'll be in his ear, hold himself accountable, but it just comes down to, if you want to stand up on your own 2 feet. I will always support my friends. I always tell them what's up. But what I say can't fall on deaf ears. So
yeah,
that's
how we feel.
That's not my fault. Don't get me wrong, I don't really think bad happened to the motherfucker.
Scott, he's starting rehab now. Yeah, this was more or less... I had kind of woken up when you guys had... Well, he started the whole thing about wanting to take on phone calls from the chat because he got a little upset over being called autistic. The guy was not being rude. Like, he wasn't being hardcore.
I don't think he's autistic, but
it wasn't. But see, this is. Did
you guys happen to take any calls?
Yeah, a couple of people called in off of my text app number. Actually,
was that being recorded on the live too?
I would assume so.
Yeah, I mean, I
assume
you kind of looked like you wasn't really with it. Like, you didn't have anything to do with that chat. You were just there.
I was just there. I was bored. I mean, if I'm going to be stimulated, I might as well.
I seen when he tried to make you forfeit your damn number publicly to the world, and you were like, hell no, that's my number, man. Some things you just don't want out there like that, I guess.
And that is something I'm used to at this point. I can say no a million times.
You two look like characters.
It ain't registered.
So funny.
Yeah.
I mean, that is I get that. That is just I grew up with that motherfucker. Like, probably the first friend I consider like a brother. Like, literally grew up with that motherfucker.
What do you think that we could do? Like, what does he want? Like, that maybe he doesn't talk about? Like, what could help him? Like, you said that he doesn't know what to do and like the path to take, but I mean, there are resources out there for low-income people, like therapists, and there are some decent ones.
Yeah, and I actually the place that I went to, and I still go to, it takes people who don't even have health insurance, and it is a place for a place like that. To answer your question, what can people do? This is a simple question. This is a simple answer, but it comes down to your perspective of it. Love and support. That's it. Period.
What happens when we try to support? Like, Birdman has tried to help. I've tried to help. A lot of people have, and like you said, it falls on deaf ears.
Patience is a virtue. Patience. That's true, but patience is a virtue. I'm someone who I don't think anyone is too far gone. Now, there are some people who are just like a little too far gone, but I don't think so. Like I remember the Marcel that I grew up with versus the one now.
How much different was he? Maybe talk about how he used to be, like the good things,
I mean, he was stupid as fuck. But I mean, that's how it is. I mean, but he was a good kid. Good kid, always down for doing just the most dumbest and random shit ever. And that's Marcel that I know. That's Marcel that's still there.
Yeah.
It's just he doesn't know how to get back to that, and I can't blame him because of what he lacked in his early childhood. So yes, a lot of times where I do say, yeah, it does fall on deaf ears. But at the end of the day, I'm still talking to that deaf ear because he'll listen one of these days. Sometimes people just gotta hit rock bottom. They do. I wouldn't consider this rock bottom. I really wouldn't. But to Marcel's world and to his mind, it very well could be rock bottom. It's all perspective. But I'll still sing my song. I know it's falling on deaf ears. You'll crash and burn. I'll tell them, hey, this is what you get. Come on, let's go. Come on. Life ain't in it now.
One thing that's important, like when one is dealing with addiction, is it's like, I don't know if he kind of obsesses over his past self, and what he was, rather than looking what he could become, and getting out of that. And that's really important. Like that, like it's like toxic nostalgia, really.
Yeah, I mean, it's just life moves forward.
Yeah.
And again, I mean, that's something that I feel like people, how do I say, like, it's something that if you have good role models in your life, that's something that, they can teach you and help you understand. And if it's lacking, I can see how people wouldn't understand, like, how life
Mars just came in with the clutch. Oh my God.
What's up?
Fucking A. Mars just dropped. He dropped that video. So, Mars, does this mean I have exclusive permission to air this? He kept alive.
I know he kept alive.
It's his copy, guys. Mars is letting me have his copy to post. You're all gonna like it.
Let me tell you something. Marcel ain't exactly a mystery, people. He's pretty simple to figure out. I love the motherfucker, but he's dumb as hell, I swear.
Dude, that was so dope. You all are going to get to see the incident we're talking about when I put it up there. Oh, my God.
Incident, another day with Marcel. That's how I'd say it.
There's a sneak peek, guys. That's the video right there. The bathroom video, Fargo. Thank you, Mars. I'll do you justice.
Is it a good video?
I haven't looked at it yet. I'm going to wait and watch it with you all.
Okay.
Hey, you know what?
He said, air it!
I
So I was probably
recommend
letting you
John
guys.
smoking some weed or some shit if you want to watch that.
Can I ask you something? Does Mars hate me? Does he despise me?
That's a perspective question.
I don't know.
That is something that I can't
I'm
answer
not sure.
properly because I have an answer. I do. And I have an answer because
Mars, did you upload it?
I get his mental health. But it doesn't matter what I say. To him, it means something different. As of right now,
Here, let me see. I don't want to leak it to the public.
I just feel like sometimes, you know, he just, anybody who tries to help him, and like he just hates people. Like somebody will be his favorite one week, and then the next week,
I have an idea of what his mental diagnoses are. When I say that, I'm incredibly confident of not just of myself, but working with people and just understanding mental health. But this is something that only he can answer until after he goes to get mental health help.
Yeah,
and then,
sure.
But this is the important part. It's proper education.
Yeah, and how to handle it.
Yes, but there's also an education to where the world will paint a nasty picture of all diagnosis, and that's not the case at all. That's not the case at all whatsoever. And for him to understand what mental health is, he has to understand that the negative, the story that's already painted on pictures of certain mental health disorders, it's truly not that. I have schizophrenia. And when I was diagnosed with this shit, I was sat down for 2-3 hours and I was like, this is where you're at, this is what your life is going to require, etc., etc. And I had a good doctor, but I knew myself. I did my own research, and and I already thought the world was trippy to begin with anyway. And just the shit that I was experiencing, and I just came to realize that it's really like it is a bad thing, but it's not. But it can be a bad thing if you really just listen to the world's narrative on it, because people like to tell stories, and those stories like to echo. So if you paint a bad narrative on something, it's going to echo throughout time. So when some motherfucker gets diagnosed, all they get is that scary narrative story. Without them doing their own proper education, proper understanding. Native Americans, like, they dealt with mental health shit. People, like, even cavemen, like, they dealt with mental health shit. Like, this mental health has been around for a very long time. For whatever reason, us as humans, we have decided to just paint negative narratives on it. And I have my own ideas as to why I'm not 100% correct, but from what I've seen, not just with myself, but other people as well, mental health isn't a bad thing. Schizophrenia is not a bad thing. Bipolar is not a bad thing. Autism is not a bad thing. Dissociative personality is not a bad thing. Multiple personality disorder is not a bad thing. OCD is not a bad thing. People want to make it to be. So it's easy when people get diagnosis, they do think it's a bad thing. They don't want to hear it. So what I'm saying is, Marcel can get all the help he can get, but it comes down to him truly understanding not just what it is, but himself as well.
Damn. Still there, Gray?
Yeah, I'm here.
Okay. So where do we leave off at?
For what?
They say your sound's down.
My sound?
Yeah. Anybody in the chat, can you say? Can you confirm if this is just me?
Yeah,
or...
it was muffled for a second, and then you cut out. But I think it was out just at the tail end of everything.
Okay.
Oh, okay. My bad. I didn't know.
It's cool. No, it's cool.
Okay. Yeah, I got my headphones in. You know what? Actually, I don't know. I'm putting my phone on the
Well, he has it unlisted. I'm not sure if I play it here.
You know, I'm actually gonna put my phone on the charger. I don't know if that's
Probably just
help,
upload it.
but boom.
You finna jet out of here?
No, not at all.
I was gonna say.
I have a wireless charger, and I didn't realize chat would drain the battery, so I put it on there, but I can't hold my phone at the same time. So I'm just put on the charger, and I'm still talk.
Okay.
It's just I won't be shown. But no, I'm still here. Yeah, sure.
Yeah, I agree. His hands.
Here, let me kick you, Carlos, and then come back in and follow the link back in. I'll repost it. Maybe it'll clear up your headset. Oh shit, no, I can't do that because it'll...
I'll be right back.
Oh, jeez. Alright, try it now.
Is this good?
Give us a test.
Is this good?
Okay, yeah, I can hear you a little bit.
Yeah, I just saw a comment from...
Still low.
You know what?
Do you have hair in the way? Your hair might be blocking.
Let me disconnect my headphones. I'm gonna disconnect them.
I might boot you from the thing here. Let's try this again. But yeah, the whole rest of the show, I was just gonna have us cover the bits of that video that he ended up dropping the link for. So it's kind of like, wow, the show just fucking took a halt, you know? That video is everything.
Is this better?
Yeah, fairly better.
Okay, yeah, it probably was my headphones. But no, yeah, we can talk about that video. Yeah, sorry, I kind of go on tangents in my rants. My apologies.
Well, I guess I'm gonna make this this live an extension of this video. Like maybe I can go in here, trim it up, clean out the spaces, and this live too has spaces between the technical difficulties earlier and the timing of everything lining up. So I could trim them both down and combine and make it one big video. I think that'd be a lot more enjoyable. But yeah.
Something we had talked, and you can hear me, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so something we had talked about prior is Kratom. Because before I did this, I told you that I was going to go get a Kratom extract shot. Kratom is a very interesting subject. I'm gonna just say this: there is answers within Mother Nature, and people got along just fine with Mother Nature before pharmaceutical companies came over and took over. I got into Kratom because I did used to take pain pills when I was in high school before the laws got really strict with it. You know, they're just giving, a stupid teenager refills all the time. I had 4 surgeries back to back. So I had a lot of pills on me. So I started taking them, and then I took some of the family members because this is what an addict does. And I took them, and then I kicked them. But unfortunately, the opioid high, it did stain my brain. So Marcel had introduced me to Kratom. I took it. It reminded me of that Kratom, of that opioid buzz. So I started taking it. The flip side of that, though, is Kratom actually does have healing benefits. It's really good if you have aches and pains, and the pharmaceutical companies know that.
it can be used as a legit pain med. And the entire time that I've taken it, I've never needed to take an actual pain med because it actually heals the body. So, like if you got some back pain, like it will actually help with the back pain. Like it will take away the pain. If you got like nerves or whatever, like it will help with that. So it does have healing benefits. It has healing benefits. I take it for the buzz because I like a buzz. But if my back is hurting, I know that if I take some kratom, it will help. Now, I've taken it for about 7 years now, give or take, and I take it about twice a day. Every now and then, I'll go through these.
Whoa, Fargo, tone it down, buddy.
Huh? Oh.
Sorry, I hate to interrupt.
No, it's not good. No, what I'm getting at is we used to so I'd take it like just here and there. Well, not here and there. I'm sorry. I used to take about 2 times a day, then 3 to 4 times a day, what have you will. But what I'm getting at is kratom is not. It's not a hardcore substance. Like this whole withdrawal crap. Like I've taken for 7 years. If I go like 3-4 days without it, my body will kind of be like, hey yo, where's that shit? So I'll kind of take it from here and there. But it's not a. You don't get a withdrawal like you would with heroin or meth. Like it's literally the bottom of barrels. You will not die by taking a shit ton of kratom. You will not die by not taking kratom. Like kratom is a very innocent substance. It's about as innocent as weed is. It's a good substance. The DEA doesn't like it because it does take money from the pharmaceuticals. However, and I told Marcel this, I said, people like you who keep going on like, oh, if I don't get my kratom, like I'm going to die. Like that's painting a bad picture on it. And it can legitimately help people.
Well, how long have you been utilizing kratom?
7 years, give or take.
7 years. Shit.
So I've been taking it for a while. And so that's why, like, if I go like 4 days without it, my body would be like, hey, yo, where's that shit? That's on me. But I mean, I've been taking it for a long time. But I'd rather take that than be on 7 years of pain pills.
Oh, for sure. I mean, those are terrible for your liver. Acetaminophen kills people constantly. Like, it should be illegal.
So I do take it for a buzz, and people ask me, why do you take it? I did used to take it for aches and pains. But I do enjoy the buzz, but I'm not going to abuse it because I want people to actually take it for what it's needed for. And if it can keep money out of the pharmaceutical companies, like I said earlier, there is answer within Mother Nature. There's answer within marijuana. There's answers within kratom. There's answer within shrooms. There's even answers within cocaine too, to a degree. But you gotta be a little more careful on that. But Mother Nature heals us. It heals our bodies. But for whatever reason, we would like to make chemical meds that you take this side effect is, you'll probably have internal bleeding. You won't get that with pot. You won't get that with kratom. You won't get that with shrooms. But human beings are greedy. We want money, and that's just what we do. So people like Marcel, he paints a bad picture on kratom. People need that. People need a plant like that. It's very helpful. It's very helpful.
Okay. How much does it take? Like, how much kratom do you have to take to actually get a high feeling?
Not much. Just a spoonful.
Just a spoonful?
Yeah. What it does, it opens the opioid receptors in our brain. But when I say that opioid receptors, people automatically think of pain pills. Yes, but that translates to the pain receptors of our brain. So when we take it, like I said earlier, it will help with aches and pains. It will. So when our opioid receptors are open, that means it's going to the receptors in our brain that are, flaring it off, that's in pain. So it will help with that. I don't know if that made any sense. It will help it will set off the opioid receptors, but it's still not an opioid. It tricks the brain into thinking you are taking it because it's targeting the pain receptors of the brain.
It's a partial agonist of the mu opioid receptors, and unlike regular
No, Mars.
traditional opioids, it doesn't lock on and stay there. So that's why you don't have the respiratory depression as well. You know what I mean?
Yep, yeah, because it tricks the opioid receptors. So it's not an actual opioid. It just heals the pain, but like what you said, doesn't do the receptors, respiratory shit. And so there's a meth story. It's really not a story. I can't get into a lot of details about it because it involves someone else, and I'm not going to blast them. But long story short is, people are stupid. You only live once, but you decide when you want to stop living once, basically.
Never thought of it like that.
It's not a story like what Marcel paints it to be. It's not at all. He might not be able to kick drugs, but I can because I want to move forward in life, and I've told him that millions of times.
What if he's truly dealing with something there, though?
Huh?
What if he's truly got a problem with withdrawals?
I mean, if he only he can answer that.
MS, you motherfucker.
I don't think me personally, if I don't take Kratom for like 4 days, my back hurts. It will kind of fidget, if you will. But you're not throwing up. You're not fucking puking your guts. You're not going into a seizure. You're not sweating profusely. You're not dying. It's literally your body is used to that substance for a long time, and if you don't get it, your body's used to it. Your body's been used to it. So it's not. It's not a withdrawal. Me personally, I don't think Marcel goes through withdrawals with Kratom, but I'm not Marcel. I'm not in his body. To Marcel's world, it could be, but what I'm saying is it's not. But to Marcel's world, it is. So it's all about perspective.
Well, have you ever attempted to give him any advice before?
With
that stuff?
Not to take it?
Not take so much, or...
Yeah, I told him, just take this much and this much. But I can't say that because he's watched me take a shit ton before. So it doesn't matter what I say. He will always refer back.
So it kind of just happens. Guys, we've just been blowing this out of proportion this whole time. The whole 32 capsules an hour, on the hour, every 20 minutes, it's on us. We were just not reading the approved dosages right. No, I kid. No, I understand. So what you're saying is you're no lightweight. You've had plenty of experience with it, right?
With Kratom? Yeah.
Yeah, you know what enough is enough.
It's not a substance where someone says withdrawal, they're on their deathbed dying. That doesn't happen. But I'm someone with schizophrenia who struggles with reality, so I'm not going to dog on someone's reality. To me, there's no withdrawal with Kratom. But to Marcel's reality, there is. And I'm not going to argue against that. That's his reality. I can't say or do anything about that. It's about as innocent as pot.
And for that, I say you're right. I like the way you worded that.
It's innocent as pot. It really is.
And you also have to kind of figure in, his life, like you said, his childhood and stuff. And I can only imagine, because his behavior is not normal, and something had to have happened. And, you're okay with taking Kratom. I'm okay with taking it and not having any issues. And I have previous opioid issues, and it just all kind of depends. And there are going to be people who will get addicted to toilet paper at the end of the day,
Yeah.
Oh, shit.
just comes down to what you want to do. People, you only live once. I'm not saying fucking kill yourself, but shit, like, choose to stop living for once. Yeah, you know, I would always used to say go big or go home. A lot of times, I never went home. Let me tell you right now, I'm learning in life, hey, it's okay to stay home. It's okay to stay home.
Yeah.
It really is. But that's a maturity thing. That's something only you can answer at the end of the day. So.
Oh, yeah.
That's completely on people. But as people, that's who we are. Who you surround yourself with, who you idolize. Environmental factors, it still plays a part. And do you want to be clean? Do you not want to be clean, give or take? There's a lot that goes into it, but still at the end of the day, you want to stand on your own 2 feet, you got to stand on your own 2 feet.
You changed his avatar. No, but
you guys like that?
Yeah, it's funny. I think that, you know, he's gonna hit real rock bottom, like legit rock bottom at some point, and it's gonna hit him in the face. You know.
Yeah, I know what his rock bottom will be like.
His girlfriend leaving, you know, homelessness, like legit stuff.
Yeah, that'll be rock bottom. Would I take the motherfucker in my place? Yes and no.
Yeah.
Yes and no. I'll be there to support. I always will be. But with someone like him, and I know his past and how he's been and just how he is treated, sometimes you have to do tough love. Sometimes you have to keep people at arm's distance. It's okay to set boundaries. So, someone who hits rock bottom, yeah, I'll be there for you, 100%. But I also got to take care of myself too and make sure that I'm not getting fucked up.
Yeah, for sure.
So, it just comes down to Marcel to understanding, you know, what he's got in his life, and if he really wants to pursue a high over what's in his life. You can get a high. You can turn to many drugs, get a different high. People in your life, you can't replace people. What they do to you, how they make you feel, you can't replace that. But if you want to chase a high versus what people can offer, that's on you.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, I told him a few times that, you know, he says that he can't taper, like he can't. And it's like, you have to. You know, there's a point where you're like, I have to do this. I have no other choice, or my life is going to be over. And he's still, that's why I think, yeah, the rock bottom's not there, because he still thinks that he can draw this out a little bit longer, you know?
Yeah, and now mind you, y'all never grew up with him. This is normal to me.
You're right, I haven't. We haven't.
I'm not tripping over it. It'll come and go. It comes in waves at this point. You know, he's watching this shit. You know, he knows I'm right, and he knows that. It just comes down to just, does he want to stand on his own 2 feet? Pure and simple.
And he can. I know he can.
We all gotta make that decision, but that's a you decision. That's a you decision. That night where we made the video, to me, that's honestly like another fucking day with him. Honestly, another fucking day. That is.
Which one? The one in the bathroom or the one in the car with the title?
Which one? Wait, what?
I don't know. He made that really awful title in the car.
Oh, I mean, yeah. Like, was I not surprised he put that video up online? Not really. And that's where I say, like, I know what he's done to me. Don't get me wrong. People have treated Marcel wrong, but he's also been real shitty too.
One thing about that really stood out to me is that, you know, he made that video and then he goes around and says that people are exploiting him when he clearly was exploiting somebody else. And it's like, is that just a giant projection? Does he just assume others are exploiting him because he's the exploiter?
As I said, I know what his mental health issues are because I recognize symptoms. Only he can answer that. What I say is going to bounce off his head. It just is. I know what's wrong with that motherfucker in the head. A lot of his shit, it's simple symptoms of certain disorders.
Is this something that you think that he'll ever be able to fix? Is he even remotely aware of the issue? Is he aware that he hurts people?
I think that will come down to when he hits rock bottom. I think he knows his actions do take a toll on people, but I don't think he understands what it means to really repent one's sins. You can acknowledge all you want, but if you don't, I mean, are you understanding what you acknowledge? That goes into it. Are you putting yourself in someone's shoes? There's a lot goes into it, like, oh yeah, I was wrong. Okay, but how were you wrong? There's a difference.
Oh yeah.
So I'm not surprised that he put that video up. I did ask him to take it down, and he did, which was nice. I was very firm with him, and I'm glad he did.
What video?
Just a video. It was in the car, and I was just kind of like, I had a realization about just some family shit, and
oh, it didn't have anything to do with the other night?
Nah, this was a while back ago.
Okay.
It was just really inappropriate. It was something inappropriate in putting out something personal that he should not have used. Literally, you know.
Yeah,
but
and I mean, like I said, I mean, I will help Marcel, but at the end of the day, and don't get me wrong, like, people have said some shitty things to him, but he ain't no saint. He ain't no saint. We all ain't saints, but he's done some shit but that's between him and his own God.
Does he view himself as God?
I thought he said he was an atheist.
Yeah, he's an atheist. Does he view himself as a god? I don't think you can view what you don't believe in.
I think we're all gods. Because we are. We can create life. We have, angels don't have the same abilities as us.
I think there is a God living in every one of us. I do. I think that we also have angels and spirits living within ourselves. I don't think a lot of people know that. And of course, you tell people that, people say, oh, that's not real and shit. But life is all about perspective. And if you can follow patterns in this world, there ain't no such thing as coincidences at sometimes.
We are all our own gods. That's right. That's right. What do you think of that, Carlos?
I'm reading it right now. Mark God, King of Clout, heir to your throne.
You better hide your girlfriends away from that guy, I tell you what.
Oh, yeah.
You don't gotta hide your girl.
I know. I'm just giving Mars a joke to laugh at.
Dudes more than girls.
Oh, really?
Oh, come on now. We ain't gotta.
Yeah. Marcel is.
This ain't no damn tell-all, Carlos. Come on now.
Well,
I want Mars to come on and tell these stories, okay?
Though, this is what I think about that. I don't think he's gay whatsoever. He just likes people to admire him.
He's bi on life.
It has nothing to do with being gay. It's the admiration and being worshipped by others.
It's just funny because you hide your girlfriend. You don't got to worry about that. He ain't gonna even talk to them whatsoever. But if he gets real drunk, he might talk to the boyfriend more. That's all I'll say. Like,
Moss got gigantic PP.
Like, he ain't. I've seen some of his videos like about my Uber and shit. It cracks me up because I'm just like,
hey, we gotta tell him to make some kind of videos next time he goes out to the job. You know, like have him bring his phone stand and hook it all up and record himself working.
Yeah, I don't know why he doesn't do that anyway.
He should be getting back into that concrete soon. I'm hoping.
He's not doing concrete. He's doing Grubhub or
let's not say what it is, but
I can't remember what it is. It's a phone.
No, we talked about the concrete. He's definitely going back to the concrete.
Yeah.
It's something like that. He's doing a phone job. For however long that'll last.
Well, the whole point of this video was to talk about the video the other night and kind of introduce you in on that note, because you said, well, not you said, you have a YouTube channel that you would like to grow, right?
Yeah.
And you too can start making videos and producing your own lives, talking to the chat, But since Mars over here dropped the video, that's everything right there. That video itself is worth more than this. So, we've been on for a little bit. I'm gonna go ahead and get out of here. Carlos, it was nice to meet you. You're welcome back anytime.
Nice.
Greg, thanks for stopping by.
Yeah. And thank you everybody in the chat for coming on.
Yeah, definitely the chat. Thanks everybody in the chat.
I'll just say my channel is my perspective on the world and a bunch of other shit. But more importantly, I would like to get my writing off the ground.
Okay.
Yeah, everybody check out his channel. It's really good. Your first video was nice. I like your voice. It sounds really soothing,
It was what?
Your voice is very soothing. I like the way you speak. It's nice to listen to.
Oh, thank you. Appreciate that.
Here, I'm gonna go ahead. I'm gonna put
You got a very handsome voice.
Here we go. There's his user BlackCloak67, and then it's Clark. I put the link in the chat so you guys can go sub to him.
Okay, let's go check it out. Let's see if it's in there.
I haven't made a video yet.
Yeah.
I've been in the process of making one. Honestly, like I said earlier, I actually prefer having other people to interact with than just doing a solo. I'll make another solo video, but I have more fun doing this than solo videos.
Yeah. You said you like to do the lives more than actual videos, huh?
Yeah. It just it's a momentum thing for me. If I'm talking one-on-one, I veer off topic way too much. So having other people, it kind of keeps me in bounds and we're talking about this and this. So it just kind of helps me roll back and circle back.
Yeah. All right, well, I'm going to get out of here and check out this video, guys. I'm sure the ones that he stays in contact with, he'll probably drop you guys a link as well. And I need to see how long this thing is. It could be long, guys. I wish we could watch it together, but we all got to get on down. So,
alrighty, see you later.
Guess I'm about to go.
Alrighty,
Thanks,
y'all
Grace. See you.
night.
All right, Carlos, be good.
Yep, y'all too. Have a good night.
All right. Guys, once again, thanks for stopping by. Sorry for the technical difficulties in the beginning, but hopefully I can edit this all smooth and make it one linear thing. So thanks for being a part of it. You will all be immortalized in this forthcoming video. It was really nice of you. Anyways, I guess that's about it. I love you all. Peace.